WWE, with the landscape about to change forever in WWE, who are going to be the groundbreaking superstars to create the monumental moments in 2025. First up, Penta. Now, I'll be honest, this one kind of feels like cheating because we're already seeing teases for Penta on WWE TV. Just this past Monday, this symbol showed up on screen. Lots of outlets and dirt sheets reporting that this is for the upcoming debut of Penta. Now, I think a lot of fans are wondering if the former AEW wrestler Penta is going to show up on that first Raw on Netflix, January 6th. It would make a lot of sense. Hit the ground running. What a big night to debut on. That would be pretty cool. With all the reports that Jordynne Grace's TNA contract is set to expire in January of 2025, with her previous appearances in the WWE Royal Rumble and on NXT, I think it's only a matter of time until we see Jordynne Grace in the WWE. A surprise appearance in the Women's Royal Rumble would be pretty cool for her WWE debut, but I actually do expect Jordynne Grace to spend some more time in NXT, mainly because her last appearance there, they kind of left it on a bit of a cliffhanger between her and Zarya, and I would love to see that feud play out. While we look forward to seeing Jordynne Grace, someone we won't see is John Cena. Now, everyone's aware John Cena is coming back for 2025. One final year. One last run for John Cena. We know his final match will take place in December, but I think this is going to be the year of John Cena. Not only John Cena giving us one last run, but us being able to give back to John Cena too. Every premium live event so far, I believe, is being built up as John Cena's final Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. That's what I expect. Surely John Cena is going to be there for Raw on Netflix come January 6th, probably in the Royal Rumble. I really hope WWE gives him an Intercontinental title run. I also hope he wins another World Championship. Let's just make this the year of John Cena. It's also been confirmed we're going to see the retirement match of Bill Goldberg in 2025. So Goldberg's coming back. A lot of reports out there that he's going to wrestle 2 matches, not just one. I don't know when Goldberg returns, but I think we'll see him at WrestleMania, and potentially we'll see him again in Saudi Arabia is my guess. While we're talking about that, I hope his final match is against Bron Breakker. Also, let John Cena's final match be against Bron Breakker. Let Bron Breakker have the accolade at the end of 2025 of retiring Goldberg and John Cena. That would be huge. Becky Lynch. Now, someone else I expect to see around the Netflix premiere because she was photographed with the WWE superstars and management at the Netflix press conference. Well, I can see Becky coming back around that first show because of Liv Morgan. Very recently, Liv Morgan's brought back the catchphrase, "I retired Becky Lynch." A very easy, natural storyline to move on to for Liv after the Rhea Ripley feud, which will end hopefully on January 6th when they battle on Raw on Netflix. Alexa Bliss. It's been nearly 2 years since we've seen Alexa in WWE, but we are anticipating her return. We kind of hoped it might have happened already, but the fact it hasn't kind of greenlights it for 2025. I loved her portrayal of a dark character in WWE. Is that how WWE is going to return her? I genuinely have no idea. Alexa herself has commented and said that she never likes to look backwards. She always likes to evolve and become something new. Whatever that is, I can't see WWE forgetting the last time we saw Alexa, and obviously the run and the build to that of Uncle Howdy stalking her. We still don't know what that was about. Will they make it make sense by putting her in the Wyatt Six, or against the Wyatt Six, or completely ignore the Wyatt Six? Time will tell, and I guess right now it comes down to what you believe. Talking of believe, do you believe in Joe Hendry? I do, and I believe in the rumours that he is WWE bound. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty as to when his TNA contract actually expires. We've seen him a lot in NXT. We've seen the crowd reactions. You see the signs on Raw and Smackdown. Undoubtedly, management in WWE have taken note of that. Undoubtedly, when they can, I'm sure they're going to make a really big play to sign Joe Hendry. We recently saw Rhino return in the ECW arena for NXT on their ECW night. Now, I don't think we're going to get a run from Rhino in WWE, but the news is he has left TNA, and I think he's going to go into the WWE Hall of Fame. Potentially signing a Legends contract, and potentially then even wrestling a match if WWE do that NXT ECW show again in 2025. The Queen, Charlotte Flair. Someone who, again, I feel like we kind of expected her return maybe a little bit earlier. Someone who else I think they've held off on to bring her back in a big way at the start of 2025. It's been well documented by Charlotte herself that she's been in-ring training, and I feel like her return is imminent, whether it be at the start of the year or potentially in that Royal Rumble match. I think a bout with Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton makes a ton of sense. Ricky Starks, this is a name that comes up every opportunity people get to talk about people moving from AEW to WWE. There's a lot of drama around Ricky Starks in AEW, and it definitely feels like it's getting to the boiling point that when Ricky Starks' contract expires, he will be moving to WWE. And honestly, I feel like that's the right thing for him. I think his character needs structure, and I don't think it's got any direction at all in AEW. In WWE, they seemingly know how to book people. Look at people like Lexus King. They've done a really good job in giving him a character, giving him direction. Hopefully, they can do the same thing for Ricky. We know that Miro has asked for his release from AEW. We don't think it's been accepted, but we know he's asked. We don't know when his contract expires with AEW, but again, if he is granted that release, I think Miro will move across to WWE. I'm also sure the date it will happen. Obviously, it's going to be on Rusev Day. A lot of people seemingly want Malachi Black to go back to WWE. Again, we're not aware of when his contract with AEW expires, but if it does expire this year, I think he'll jump back to WWE. Here's an interesting one. Kylie Ray. Now, we know that Kylie Ray is signed to a WWE ID contract. Now, that does not guarantee her a spot on WWE's main roster by any means, but I feel like she's the biggest name we've seen ID sign so far, and I really feel like you're going to want to push someone as a success story of the ID system. I can see that being Kylie Ray, therefore Kylie in NXT, or even pushed even further than that to the main roster, is more than possible in 2025. Now, we know there's going to be other WWE current superstars returning from injury. I feel like Randy Orton's going to have a very big return, as Randy's probably going to look for revenge on Kevin Owens. I also think Bronson Reed, when he's ready to return, he's going to have a huge return, and we're going to see him get a rocket ship strapped to him. I think it was being strapped to him just as he got injured in War Games. There's also Carmella. Carmella hasn't been seen for nearly 2 years in WWE. Once again, she was pregnant, she had the baby. We know she had some complications following the birth, but there really hasn't been any news or teases or hints, so Carmella's return is possible. Big E. Now, I'd love to see Big E come back from his neck injury. Obviously, we know that they said in the New Day segment that he would never be cleared again, and if that is the case, bring him back as a manager. Get him a tag team that could feud with his former New Day friends. And of course, The Rock. The Rock, I don't even class this as a return at this point. We know he's on the board at TKO. We know The Rock is going to be around. Now, there's a lot of reports that The Rock won't be at WrestleMania. I'll be honest, I don't buy them. I think The Rock will be there. I think The Rock will be on Raw on Netflix. We'll just wait and see. Who would have thought in December 2022 that in 2023, CM Punk would return to the WWE? Just proving you can put these predictions out there, but still, anything could happen. Just please let AJ Lee return in 2025. Please. But let me know your thoughts, your predictions. Who do you think's going to debut in WWE in 2025? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you are new to the